Next, we have a presentation. We are honored to have a special guest here tonight, Congressman Peter J. Roskam.
Well, thank you very much, Mayor and trustees. Thanks very much for the chance to be here. What I wanted to do is just to bring attention on a more formal basis to the mayor's effort to recognize the Gettysburg Address. And those that are not familiar with the story need to be familiar with it. So I've included the official record. Now this is part of your official record, Mr. Mayor. So the official record in the House of Representatives. So this is now part of the record. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to recognize a dedicated public servant from the 6th Congressional District of Illinois, Mayor Michael Mickey Straub of Burr Ridge. Almost 5 years ago, he became the only person in history to take a historic pilgrimage in honor of Abraham Lincoln and our veterans when he visited 50 capitals in 50 days. In 2012, between September 4th and October 17th, the mayor drove nearly 15,000 miles to 48 state capitals and flew to 2 others, Hawaii and Alaska. His momentous journey began in Pennsylvania, and after a small ceremony in Gettysburg outside the home where Lincoln finished writing the address, he traveled to the state capitol in Harrisburg. 43 days later, he concluded his capital journey in Springfield, Illinois, in the front of Lincoln's tomb. The historic and record-breaking trip was no easy task. The trip cost over $20,000 and added a great many miles to his Lincoln Town Car, a homage to the 16th president. Nevertheless, the mayor has remained steadfast in his belief that the journey was a great success due to God and the American people, saying, "I launched the trip on behalf of God and country, and it was actually God and country that pulled me through. It started more about principles and patriotism, but it was the people who kept me going." Mayor Straub has represented his community well and been a strong voice for the village of Burr Ridge throughout his time in office. His service to the people of Burr Ridge and to Illinois is truly commendable. It's our hope that the public will continue to benefit from his involvement as a valued member of the community and mayor of Burr Ridge. Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, please join me in congratulating Mayor Mickey Straub in his historic journey across the United States and also taking the lead in remembering the spirit of the Gettysburg Address and President Lincoln. Peter J. Roskam, Member of Congress. And here's my point. This is why I'm here. There is so much difficulty and anxiety in public life today. And there's a lot of people with very strong opinions, and we really sense that, Mayor, on different sides of different issues. But your willingness to lead and to be an example and to tell this story is a real inspiration to me. And I think it's a great example about what it is to be a public servant, what it is to look back at our past and to celebrate things in our past that need to be celebrated and defended and articulated and brought attention to. And then you're an example for even young boys and girls, you know, people like Joey here that come today and offer the Pledge of Allegiance, and you could just see the spark in his eyes and the excitement as you honored him and we sang him happy birthday in that small way. So I'm here to thank you. I'm here to commend you for your leadership and your willingness to lead, not by way of just talking. A lot of people can talk, but you're leading by doing, and particularly by bringing attention to really the greatest American president, and that was Abraham Lincoln. So now this, Mr. Mayor, is part of your official record, and I'd like to present this to you. Maybe you can put it in a frame and put it up at home. So thank you, Mayor.
Fourscore-and-7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you all.
That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.